Well, hello YouTube. So, went all the way to York yesterday. Got some t-shirts for my summer holiday. 4 t-shirts, 3 extra large because I have to get them for the length because I'm tall. And I managed to buy 3 the right size and 1 the wrong size. So guess what? I'm going back on the bike to the outlet at York to exchange it. And then just to make life really interesting, I've only got 2 hours to get there and back. It shouldn't be undoable, but it might just, you know. And then driving down the 1079 is 3 sets of roadworks, and 2 of them they're putting those horrible stone chippings down. So I've been on my beeline this morning and planned a route that'll take me up to Elvington and then down to Weldrake and pop me out on the A19. And the A19 is the location, the end of it is the location of MacArthur Glen, which is a York designer outlet, which is where I was yesterday with Judy. It's bloody typical. What happened was I got 3 t-shirts and the lady said to me, you might as well get the 4th one. Why? She said, because that one effectively is free. Because the deal was, you buy 3 t-shirts, you get 1 free. I hadn't read the deal properly. So I looked at 1 t-shirt and I was pretty certain it was 3XL because I just had it in my hand. Anyway, obviously I picked up the wrong one. I should have looked. But the upside of it is I get a nice morning motorcycle ride on these back roads to York. It is a few miles shorter if you go down 1079, but I don't want to take my bike through all those loose road chippings. Never mind the fact that it'll be real dusty and horrible. There's always the chance, isn't there, of losing the back end and having a mishap. This is a nicer route as well. There's no cars on it, which has got to be in its favour. This little bit of road, I've never ridden on this bit of road before, just as far as I'm aware. But it's a decent road. I might as well film this bit because I say I've never ridden down here before, whereas once I get to Elvington, I've filmed that loads of times. There's deer laying down in the middle of that field. Definitely. There's a lock there on the canal. God, I can't believe how easy he made that look. And it wasn't easy, was it? Backing that big trailer with its tipper up. I have a feeling this will meet that. Yeah, it does. That ain't the road, is it? Yeah, that road that we come down from Bubwith, I think it sort of meets up with that. I think it'll come up on the left hand side. Melbourne. Melbourne, East Yorkshire, not Melbourne, Australia. .5 miles to York, it's saying, so that's not too bad. So there's the turnoff we would come out of with the Rossmore garage. So now I know where I am. So that is a new piece of road I've just ridden. Okay, so that's the job done. Now we've got to get back to Beverley. My shortcut, it was a nice ride, but I'd have been quicker if I'd have come the conventional way, even with the stone chippings and everything. So I've got exactly about an hour and I've got to be back in Beverley. So I'm just going to go. I'm going to go the quickest way back I know. That's all I can do. Otherwise, I'm going to be late for me dad's appointment. Whew, what a flipping rush. Anyway, I managed to time it so that I got here. There's a tiny little rain shower just gone by. Nothing. But I was inside whilst it was doing it, so I don't care. Yeah, it's 4 miles shorter if I go back by the main road, and that 4 miles is a lot faster road, so even if I have to go through the roadworks, I'm still, because I can filter, which I couldn't do in the car. So let's get off here, get on our way home. It's gone red, that's okay. I started wearing my alpine leather gloves with this jacket, especially in summertime. You don't get drafts going up the sleeve, which is largely a good thing. We all zipped up. This is one of our Judy's favourite places. She likes coming here. York Designer Outlet. It's a great big shopping mall. It's a big one. Onwards. Oh, it's one of these daft car parks where you... Oh, bugger that. That's it. I've got myself a bit confused there. Right, now we're right. I knew there was an exit here somewhere. So I can nip out onto the A64 and I can get rid of quite a lot of mileage just going down the 64. And then there's about a mile of gritting that they're doing, but I'll just have to be careful because I really can't afford that detour I've just done. It's too much. And just crack on. But I'm so much happier on the CL. I was talking to James this morning on Messenger, and he said the only thing he can't get on with on this bike, and he said but he can put up with it, is the digital clocks. But I actually like the digital clock, so, and it matches me Beeline. They both look the same. It looks like it was actually designed for the bike. I don't think I've ever been so pleased with any purchase I've made in the last 10 years as I have with this bike, or for that matter my monkey bike. The little monkey bike was bought really as a novelty, and in all honest opinion, my god, that little bike is superb. It's brilliant. I mean, you couldn't do what I've done on this one this morning on it. No way, because it's a 45 mile an hour bike whether you like it or not. But this little girl, by God, when you want to giddy up, she giddy ups. She's brilliant, and she's nimble. That's the thing I like about her the best. I ride this bike way better than any bike I've owned in the past 10 years. The only bike I had that I could ride as well as this was me 600 Hornet. It's the weight thing. I deal better with it. By going back this way, so I get the benefit of a 70 mile an hour road for 6 miles. It was 36 miles coming around by Wheldrake. I couldn't film it because just as we got through Melbourne, the bloody battery ran out. I'd obviously put when I changed helmets last night. I put this helmet camera was on the open face. I put it onto the flip front, and I forgot I needed to change the battery. So anyway, I've got a nice ride. I can do it again, and I'll probably take Rich with me because he'll enjoy that. I don't think he'll have been down that bit of road. We'll just crack on for a minute or two now. Okay, so that's 6 miles done in about a few minutes. So I'm 28 miles from home now. And there's something going on the road to Stamford Bridge by the look of it. Yeah. He wasn't pipping at me, he was pipping at that blue Renault who was in no man's land, upsetting the truck driver. He was pushing in other words. Right, 1079, the worst road in East Yorkshire. But it might just save me bacon today. You're living up. Now they were gritting down here yesterday, but I don't mean to say necessarily that they are today. But it took me 50 minutes in the car, so I've got an hour. I did this route around Elvington to miss about 100 yards of road gritting. No, it didn't work. It just didn't work. It took ages. It took me 50 minutes to do a run, which on this road I'd have done in 35. So it wasn't a solution. Too many bends, too many narrow roads. But it was pretty, and I will do it again. But I know from my trips up to the A1 on the bikes, I can normally get to the A1 on the bike at Green Hammerton in an hour, which in the car takes about an hour and 20. And it's just this ability to filter, that's all it is. So unlike me my sat-nav in the Volkswagen, this doesn't tell me when there's roadworks ahead, unfortunately. You stay there. I don't actually like rushing on motorbikes, so I try just to back off a little, because the last thing you want is some idiot T-boning you, or some idiot pulling out on you, or yada yada. But I put the even though I know where I am, I'm not lost at all, but I put the B-line on for a different reason this time. I've put it on so I know how far I've got to run, which is quite handy. But I got the job done, that's the main thing. And I got rid of the t-shirt I actually bought that was too small. I didn't really like the colour. When I got it home I looked, I thought, oh no, I don't like that. And I thought, oh well, it'd be one of them that'll just get stuck in the bottom of my drawer and never get worn. And I thought, right, well that's no good. In any case, the bloody thing's too small, take it back. So I got the bike kit out this morning. Judy said, where are you going? So I said, I'm just going to nip to York and change this t-shirt. I got one that's the wrong size. Well, don't forget you got to take your dad to church at 11:45. Oh bloody hell, I don't believe it. Anyway, hopefully he will never know. But certainly that piece of the A64 has made up a hell of a lot of time. Going around the back roads, it was a lovely ride, but and to be honest with you, now I know the route, I probably could do it a little bit quicker, but I suppose going down the road I'd never been down wasn't the brightest idea I've had this week. But I popped out of some traffic lights in Weldrake, I think it was. Anyway, onto the A19, Strawberry Fields, that's where I was. And I thought, bloody hell, I've cut the corner off here. So I think I only run 3 miles down the road, maybe not even that, and I was at the outlet centre, and the job was done in 5 minutes. So I knew which door. There's 4 entrances to go into. I went in the west entrance, whereas normally we go in the south entrance. And the reason for that is if you go in the south entrance, it's where all the toilets and facilities are. Which, when our elderly bladders have been on the road for a while, that we definitely need. Too much information, Calvert. Anyway, I thought, I had to think about it while I was riding through, and I thought, right, I know what to do. We'll go round to the west entrance. I got a park right outside the door. Couldn't have been better. Literally 20 yards to walk into the outlet. And the shop I go into, Ellis's it's called, is literally diagonally from the door where you go in. You can nearly see it. You just go around the corner and it's there. So I didn't have to walk through the shopping arcade or anything. And as I say, I got a brilliant parking space, and it just couldn't have worked out better. It was fantastic. And actually, I know it sounds daft, but that's a nice little ride out, because you've got an absolutely gorgeous coffee shop just inside the doors, and it's a safe place to park your bike, certainly while you have a coffee. And I mean, there's loads of places where if you want you can actually chain the bike up to it, so that was good.
There goes Graham on the mighty CL.